lesson, we have learned already about the brave deeds of Baji Prabhu, and now it helps Shivaji in establishing the Swaraj. Now, in this lesson, we shall learn Shivaji's brave deeds towards Mughal. Standard 4th, subject EVS-II. Lesson 11, the discomfiture of Shaistakhan. Discomfiture means a feeling of unease. Shaistakhan's campaign. Adil Shah of Bijapur could not force Shivaji to surrender. He did all the possible. He did not leave the stone unturned. His effort to put Shivaji in his place. But it was all in vain. He sent all the Sardars to defeat Shivaji, but they were defeated by Shivaji. At last, Adil Shah made a peace with Shivaji. And not only that, he gave him an independent kingdom. At last, Shivaji had peace in southern borders. This was the story of the southern borders. But what happened in the north? The Mughal attack from the north had partially ruined Maharashtra. Now what happened? Shivaji did not like all these things. Shivaji therefore turned his attention towards the north. He started carrying out raids in the territory and the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb sent Shaistakhan, his uncle, to teach Shivaji a lesson. Shaistakhan, with a huge army of 75,000 men, 100 elephants, camels, and pieces of cannon, marched on Pune. On the way, Shaistakhan did not keep quiet. He captured the town of Shirwal, Shivpur, and Saswad, and finally laid siege to the fort of Purandar. But nothing he could do to Shivaji and his troops. Shivaji had particularly and specific way of fighting against his enemy. What was it? Maratha Sardar were very quick and fast. They were quick on their beam 30 ponies. They could possibly take few things. They followed few ration with them. What was it? Only onion and bajra bread. They knew all the hills and valleys. They took a shortest route possible. Therefore, Maratha always victorious and moving ahead to harass the Mughal. Shaista Khan did not know what to do because he was not familiar of his warfare which Maratha used. He was at last tired and raised the siege of Purandar, Firangoji Narsala. Shaista Khan then continued his march on Pune. He captured the fort of Chakkan. When he captured the fort of Chakkan, Firangoji Narsala, a brave soldier who was so brave that he could fight and defeat the fort with a great bravery and skill against the army of Shaista Khan. It was 2 months. The Shaista Khan was fighting against soldier of Firangoji Narsala, but he did not give up at last. Firangoji Narsala was helpless against the gun of Shaista Khan. Seeing Shaista Khan, seeing Firangoji Narsala fight with such a great bravery, Shaista Khan was impressed and he offered Firangoji Narsala the service with the Mughal emperor. But this great soldier, this Sardar, the Maratha Sardar, Firangoji Narsala, refused the great tempting offer because he was a loyal soldier. Shaistakhan in Lal Mahal. Shaistakhan came to Pune and made Lal Mahal, Shivaji's residence, his headquarters. Now what happened? His Shivaji's house, but Shaistakhan made it his own and started living in his palace. Now this Shaistakhan did not only stayed in Lal Mahal, but also started troubling the people. His troop could raid Shivaji's territory, destroy crops and take away the cattle. And so the people and the country was devastated. A bold plan. We are all aware that Shivaji loved his people. He wanted to bring about peace and therefore he established Swaraj. When he saw the Mughal army were destroying the people and troubling the country, he could not keep quiet. What did Shivaji do? Shivaji decided to teach Shaistakhan a lesson. Shivaji knew the place inside out because it was his own house. He knew his entrance, exit, the secret passage, doors, and windows. And beside this, Shivaji's spies informed him about disposition of Khan's army. What is the meaning of it? Shivaji's army informed him about Khan's army or troops. Shivaji army also informed him how Khan's troops were guiding the Lal Mahal and where they were placed. So it was very easy for Shivaji to take a bold decision. Enter Lal Mahal and kill Shaistakhan. Lal Mahal was well guarded. It was very difficult to enter it. Why it was difficult? Because there were so many troops that Shaistakhan had with him. 75,000 troops who were campaigning outside the palace. And no armed Sardar, that is Maratha Sardar, were allowed to enter the palace. So Shivaji had to make a quiet plan to succeed. He decided to enter Lal Mahal. He fixed the day and the date on the 5th of April 1663. Procession was passing along the street of Pune. There was music and fireworks in the marriage. They were well dressed, hundred of them. Some were palanquin and some were walking on foot. Shivaji, with his band of trusted followers, joined the marriage procession. Everyone felt that they were the part of marriage procession. After some time, the procession proceeded on its way. Shivaji and his men moved away quietly in the direction of Lal Mahal. At that time, it was night and Shaistakhan was fast asleep. Shaistakhan learns a lesson. Shivaji made a hole in the wall and entered Lal Mahal. He had no trouble to finding his way about because it was after all his own house. The Khan's bodyguards were half asleep. Shivaji followers tied them up. Shivaji went deeper inside. Suddenly, someone crashed at him with a sword. Shivaji killed him. He thought it was Shasta Khan, but it was his son. There was a commotion. People walked up. Shivaji went straight to Khan's chamber and took out a sword. Terrified, the Khan started shouting, the devil, and tried to escape from the window. Shivaji struck him with the sword, which cut off 3 fingers of Khan. Instead of losing his life, the Khan was lucky to escape with loss of 3 fingers only. Khan jumped out of the window and made for safety. To deceive the Khan's troops, Shivaji and his men raised the cry, Shivaji has attacked! Run! Catch him! And started to run themselves. The Khan's troop also started running in all directions. In the confusion that followed, Shivaji and his men they escaped and reached Srinagar. The Khan's troops spent the whole night in looking in vain for Shivaji and his troop. This incident took the fight out of Shaistakhan. He was afraid that if he lost only his fingers in first attack, Shivaji might cut his head off in second. Aurangzeb was furious when he heard of this episode. Shaista Khan lost the emperor's favor and was transferred to Bengal. This was the first serious blow to the Mughal power. Shivaji had successfully braided the lion in his own den. Gunfire announced the victory, and wave of joy went all over Maharashtra. Give reason. Shasta Khan jumped out of the window. Answer. After entering Lahalmal, went to Shasta Khan chamber and took out his sword. Terrified Khan started shouting, the devil, and jumped out of the window to escape from the attack of Shivaji. Write the answer in one word. What was Shasta Khan afraid that might happen? Answer. Shasta Khan was afraid that Shivaji might cut off his head in the second attack after having lost 3 fingers in the first attack. Filling the blanks. First, Aurangzeb transferred Shasta Khan to where did he transfer Shasta Khan? To Bengal. Second, Shasta Khan led sledge to the fort of which fort did he lead a sledge? To Purandar. In Pune, Shasta Khan made dash his headquarter. Where did Shasta Khan made his headquarter? Lal Mahal. I hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you.